Oh boy. Oh, she looks like, what's the tape down here? What's that about? Yeah, this belongs to my friend Chris. Let's see. Let's hook up the pressure washer and give it its first wash. I think we might throw a little paint on it. Look how bad it is. It's just, when I wash this thing, it's just going to be a nightmare. And let's take a look underneath. But, oh, she's in nice shape because she's aluminum. Well, the blade's not too bad. All right, let's get this thing washed. It's first washed. Then we'll pull the blade off. We'll pull the top off the motor and uncover whatever's in there. And we'll wash it again, and I can bring it in tomorrow for its full service. Oh, she's looking good, fellas. Nothing fancy here. She's in pretty good shape. I think later we'll hit it with the acid because I want to brighten up his handle. So shout out to Super Clean. Thanks, Super Clean, for helping out on this project too. Let's just get it all nice and clean with Super Clean. Super Clean. Still waiting for this customer to get here. He just will not write down the directions. And I'm like, sir, I can't hang on the phone with you. Now you can see it working already. This is all rusted. And just in that small amount of time that I walked away, we'll hit it with Scotch-Brite a little bit later. All right, what's in there is not Super Clean. It's phosphoric acid. I'm doing it in the shade. I just opened it up, but the jet, you should be able to see it. That's nasty. I'm going to put this in some lacquer thinner, and then I'm going to hit it with a little bit of the Aluma-Brite. I'm just going to work on cleaning this thing up. It's not bad. This thing's so cool, right? I'll show you more, but it's got the adjustments on the side for idle. These things, when you see the setup on the machine, on the engine, right? It's just everything is an adjustment with a screw and not bending nonsense, and it's just beautiful. All right, we'll be back. Well, it's dirt for sure. Yeah, she's clean. We'll put it back together. It's a little bit of stuff on the sides there, on the shoulders, but it's nice. All right, we're going to screw in the idle screw lightly, touch off, and then back out 1.5 turns. That's no more. Oh yeah, isn't that clean? Yeah, I know, I love that Aluma-Brite stuff. All right, don't poke through too and blow it out. All right, I need the blade. I checked it for balance, it's pretty good. I'm just gonna clean it up, sharpen it. Same thing with the hub. And I'm just gonna throw a quick coat of paint on it and then we'll grab it in a little bit. Yeah, cleaned up pretty nice. All right, I'm gonna throw a little bit of paint on, just a light coat of some fast dry. All right, I spent a little bit of time going over all of these cables all the way up. First with my tranny sauce, because that is not just a lubricant, but a cleaner and a penetrant. And then I went over with some of my T5, Rotella T5, in my squirt gun. And I'll move them around a little bit, but I just wanted to get them saturated while I'm here, make my mess now. So let's move forward. A couple of things we want to check. Now, generally, the bolts loosen up. I've said this many times, don't bother torquing. There's too much junk on the threads and everything. You'll never get an accurate torque reading. But that doesn't mean we can't tighten it. It's not bad. Not bad at all. Looks good. Not bad. This one's a little loose. These older motors were just terrific. All right, let's check the coil. Looks good. We're going to check for spark in a bit. Let's just make sure it's tight. Yep. And then the intake tube, and these I think were metal in these days. Hold on, let me change sockets. I don't know if they're a combo, half and half. Yep, that's loose. Just a little bit. Okay. Took about a good quarter to half a turn. All right, I'm gonna pop this off in a minute. But the cup, we're gonna check the state of the key. I'll show you. Because we'll make sure he didn't hit anything. And then we'll check for spark. I also lubricated the mechanism up here, which is this meshing thing. We'll get a little closer look at that in a bit. That's your kill and your engine bail brake. And it can come from either side. They really just spent whatever money they needed to spend on this motor. It's just terrific. Oh yeah, he hit something. That's enough to cause a problem. See how it's cocked over? Yep. It didn't shear the key yet, but it's enough. All we gotta do is tap this out and give it a pull. I don't want to bang on the top. I don't like doing that. I'm gonna spend a few moments just working this in. I got a bottoming tap too, but this is a cutting tap to get started. And then we'll pop this off, and if we need heat, we'll use heat. So we're gonna do both of them. Just be careful. Don't break your tap. I'm gonna use 1/4 20. Make sure the brake is off. Oh, no problem. All right. Let me disassemble it and we'll take a quick look. That was easy. It looked like it was gonna go. Yeah, see, the key sheared. Here's the other piece of it. Right there. Just gonna clean all this up with a wire wheel real quick. Slow, and don't get crazy. We'll clean that. I'll clean up the flywheel, which is where? Oh, it's right here. It's in good shape. Just a quick cleaning. This doesn't look like any leaks. We'll put a little bit of our tranny sauce back down on that when we're done. Oh yeah, that looks good. Oh yeah. A little bit of my tranny sauce. Honda says no lubricant. This is tranny sauce, and it'll help with that seal too a little bit. Just to kind of sweeten it up a little bit. I'm only using a little, just a little. Drop this down and I'm gonna break off, and then width-wise, okay, I want to slide it back in, and I'll get you a close-up. It might have a little bit of damage on the shoulders. A little tap will do it. This is a big, heavy, blunted screwdriver. Okay, and again, width-wise, I'll get you in real close, take a look, get it bolted back. All right, all done. Let's button it up. Again, a quick look at the key. So, regular tap to get the thread started, and then a bottoming tap, 1/4 20. Now I'm going to put a little of my tranny sauce in first and just spin it over a little. Just because, it might have got some water in it. we want to kind of mix things around. And you know what? Let me grab his used plug, his gross plug, and put a little bit more in. And this will force that tranny sauce all the way through into the valves, down into the rings, out the muffler, etc. And we'll check for spark in a minute. Just gonna screw in a few threads. Feels good. Oh yeah. Probably gotta charge that battery. That should be good enough. Now, yeah, I'm willing to bet. Yeah, it's a little moist now. Good. Push it around. Let's see if we can spin it out. Yeah, that feels good. All right, let's check for spark. Should be good. Coil wire inside here. Always want to check in here. I'm just gonna peek at it. We just need a spot for it. There we go. That'll work. I'll just peek. I'll let you know. Oh yeah. Now let's just check compression. I think it's pretty good. We won't put the plug in yet. As we're I should have done this earlier because you can let it sit and it will loosen up the carbon, loosen up the rings a little bit. We're gonna put the top on, but I want to lube the pull starter. A couple of spots, and I'll show you. Let's see what we got. Oh yeah, almost 100. Yeah, just under 100. That's great. Yeah, she's in really good shape. Now, it will be offset slightly because I put a lubricant in there. But remember, I tried to blow it out, right? So you will see it a little higher. All right, now, the lubricant, we can use oil or chain wax. Let me show you. Just a little bit in the corners. Also up underneath where that spring pocket goes, right? Up at here, through the top, on the poles. These are metal poles. Let me show you. I'll try to get closer. You know, all up through there, underneath that little chain spring pocket where it grabs. See these, how they can get stuck. These are the nice ones. These are metal. So in that spring area, I think chain lube is the best because it's more of a gel. And it goes in like a penetrant, like an oil, and then it'll gel up. Chain wax is good too, but that's more of a wax coating. That's about as good as I can get it. Choke closed. That little tang pushes back. I think something's missing, but it's also sloppy. And I've been bending it to try to get it to work and adjusting this. Now that's choke. I'm gonna pull back on the throttle. And that's about as far as it'll go. I'm not sure if that's going to be enough. It might be, but we can make some adjustments. If I go any further, this will, see what it just did? Now, once it does that, the throttle blade's open all the way, but now as I come up to choke, all right, can you see that? So I think that's about as close as we can get it. It has to kick it. So choke's full on, and then we're going to come back, and it trips it. See? You got to get it close enough. I hope you've seen it. I'm trying to hold it with one hand. I think that's about as good as we're going to get it. If we need another adjustment, and make sure it's tight, we'll make the adjustment then, because we can do idle stop. That's curb idle. We can do this, whatever. I think this is high. And then, of course, we've got down here, which you can't see, but we've got our idle jet adjustment. So I think it's about it. We got choke on. Let's give it a pull. adjust it after we do the oil change. Pretty good. It needs to come up in RPM though. Let's let it burn off its junk. All right, that was from another machine. That's horrible as well. Let's see. Let's let this drain while I take a break. Oh, that's nasty too. Yeah, not as bad. It smells old. Don't forget to clean underside of your dipstick.
Ow! No, that's sticking with your dipstick!
And all around here, I tend to blow it and wipe it. Sometimes I take the whole dipstick out. I'm going to use a little bit of a mix. About a third of the Rotella T5, which is a truck oil, which is going to have a little more zinc and everything in it. It's a 1540. Remember, it's an older motor. And then finish up with, this is also a semi-synth, high mileage, which the package in there is probably just some chemicals to slow leaks.
The way I see it, all synthetic oils are the same. Oh, think with your dipstick, Jimmy!
Some of these had grease fittings. A lot of them did. So let's see if we can just move it through its arc. Another thing we can do, yeah, get rid of that. Yeah, that's getting better. We can spin that. There's a nut and a bolt back here. There's a nut here and a bolt on this side. Let's just see if we can, sometimes you can loosen them up a little. Let's see if we can spin it backwards a bit. 9/16. Get some oil in it too. Yeah, just a touch. Yeah, it's getting better. How about a little bit more? And we'll just tweak it a little bit more and put some oil on it. I mean, there's oil in there. It's a tranny sauce mix. But if you have to, use another kind of penetrant. Yeah, that's getting better. And the idea is to, yeah, there we go. So when you bring it all the way through its arc, yeah, that's good, fellas. That's good. Get rid of any paint we can. Yeah, we'll leave it all the way up. Oh, is that a crack? No. And then, of course, these guys. Just want to clean this off a little. Get some of the rust off. A lot of it came off with the pressure washer. But so we'll go around and do them all. And then grease. I may want to take the wheels back off. So grease on that. There's a washer. And then the nut goes in here. So we may want to take the wheels back off to paint, which we can do one side at a time. But we got to get everything working, make our mess first. You know, with the oil. And I got to clean my hands. That's good. So let's see. So I'm going to go around and do all of this. Yeah. Oh, fellas. Yeah, that's beautiful. I could use a little more grease. That was dry. I'm going to give it a touch of oil. I mean, I put grease on it, but it'll go in. It'll move in. And if I take it off again, I probably won't have to, but we can always add more. So next time I add a little bit more grease, but see, it's working its way in. There we go. Yeah, it needed more. It's in good shape. All right, I'm gonna go all the way around, and I think I have some paint for this we can brush on, but we still have a handle issue. Well, it's good. It's just got a skin on it. Got to cut the skin off and let me set up. Well, that's what it's going to be looking like. That's not too bad. It's all clean with some solvent. It's going to blow it. So it's been sitting there a day or so. I forget. I hit it with just a touch of clear on the plastics to stop any UV issues, and the clear dries fast. So you stand back, you kind of lay it on there, you sort of fog it, and it really tacks up the outer surface. So you can do things with it. You can move it around. You can do whatever. I wouldn't recommend doing too much with it. Let it dry overnight. I've used a little naphtha in the paint, put a little bit in the can, and brushed it on. It's an older can. We got rid of that skin. I think it was a good choice. It was slightly acid etched. I do have better acids for aluminum, but I don't have a lot of it. So at least the phosphoric acid gets up some of that junk, and the grease with the super clean. So shout out to them as well. What a cool machine. I'll see you guys on the next episode.